Hey, so we're going to do something a little bit different on Frankie Flowers Facebook. I want to introduce you to Darryl Cheng, a good friend and also the author of The New Plant Parent. If you get a chance on Instagram, what's your Instagram account?
Houseplantjournal on Instagram.
The coolest time lapse that you've ever seen, I'm telling you. So, The New Plant Parent, who is this book for?
Honestly, it's for everyone who just wants to own plants at home, and like kind of taking the mystery and the intimidation factor out of owning houseplants.
We all kill plants.
Oh, for sure, yes. And I think we need to sort of say that it's okay because you're experimenting. You know, if you want to have like a perfectionist mindset, it's going to be disappointing. But if you engage it with a bit more kind of like, let's just try this, let's just try that, and taking a little bit of measurements even here or there, because I like to measure with a light meter.
I know you like the light meter.
But anyway, I want to say like, yeah, you can have more success with plants if you take on a slightly different mindset when it comes to houseplants.
Talk about your light meter, because I always say the right plant for the right location, and light is one of those things that really tell people what the right location is.
Yeah, as I always call it actually like the prerequisite for any plant growth. Like even people often like are confused with watering, and then they show me a picture of where the plant's sitting, and I was like, well, your flower plant is it's not beside the window, right? And the thing with light indoors, I mean, right here we're in a greenhouse where the roof is essentially open to the whole sky, right?
Right.
And the thing with indoors is that the fact that your walls and your ceilings are opaque, that's cutting out at least 75% of the light that's possible. And when I talk about light, I'm not just talking about the sun shining directly on it, I'm talking about all the bright diffused light that comes from this reflection of the sky.
Yeah, we hear about indirect light. There's great plants for that too.
There
like
is,
peace
yes.
lily, spathiphyllum.
All of these low light plants are the ones that I say you want them to see as much of the sky as possible, but maybe not as many hours of direct sun as, let's say, a cactus, right?
Yeah, so there are definitely plant killers out there that, they all say I'm a plant killer.
Yeah, yeah.
What is the plant that you would say for a plant killer to buy?
You know what? I would say actually, rather than just talk about a plant itself, okay, well, if you're going to ask me the plant, I'll say pothos, ZZ plant, Dracaena. Let's say those three.
I would say ZZ. I love ZZ, yeah.
Like say those three for now, and then I'll say, but put them right up to your biggest possible window and then see how it goes, right? Then you can follow the instructions for watering. If you put the plant in a dark corner, like there's nothing I can do to help you with watering, it's just slowly dying. And I think sometimes maybe some interior designers want to be able to put plants wherever they want, and they think low light means no light. But with a light meter, I can definitively say, okay, if it's not getting any brighter than 100-foot candles for the whole day, it's not going to do much there for you.
You know what grows in no light?
What does?
A fun guy. Mushroom.
That's true, yes.
That was a bad joke. I have bad plant jokes all the time. Tell me for yourself, if there's one plant that you have a huge affection for. We love many plants. It's like saying, what child do you like the best?
It is a very difficult question, but I think most people would agree with what they've seen on my Instagram that my Monstera is like one of my absolute favorites. Not only because of its fascinating leaves, but just because of the story that it's been with me for a long time. And essentially, I bought it for $10 from someone off of Craigslist. And it started off small, got bigger and bigger. And at the time, I was living with my parents, and my mom said, "Okay, look, this guy's getting a little too crazy." So, like, I looked around, and luckily, my church was said, "Yeah, you can bring it here, right?" And I brought it there, and it just flourished. And now it has like those really crazy, mature type leaves, and it's just something that, when a plant can be with you long enough to tell a story, that's like the most wonderful thing with houseplants.
Plants give energy. We all
sure.
know that there's been real science that has shown that being around plants help us improve our moods.
Definitely.
And how plants helped you?
It really, we always say that it gives life to a space, and I think that that's the same as how when we go out to the jungle or to a forest or even into a garden, like we can see that these beings, we know that they are planted where they grow, and if they are doing well, then we know that this space is a healthy space. And the same can be said about indoor spaces, right? And when we put the plants where they can grow, i.e. beside the windows, then you give the same feeling of life in your own space.
And really, plants are life, and in the concrete jungle of what we have now in many cities across North America, we need a little green.
We definitely do. And like, even being up high in an apartment high-rise is actually good for a lot of these types of plants, because you're being away from the obstructions of trees, and you've got that big view of the sky, which I always recommend. And so a lot of people who are in small condo spaces do actually have pretty good light for a lot of these plants.
So the New Plant Parent's full of lots and lots of photography in here, loads of information on everything and anything from soils all the way to watering requirements that you need. Where could people get this book?
It's available everywhere. I mean, you can go on Amazon, you can go to your local bookstore. Some smaller bookshops also carry it. Some even plant shops carry it, because I mean, it's related to plants, so. But yeah, you can basically get it anywhere.
And also on your Instagram?
On my Instagram, yeah. On my website, houseplantjournal.com/book, then that's where you can see a list of the retailers that carry the book.
Well, thank you very much. And to you, have a blooming great day.
Thank you very much, Frankie.